NASCAR Cup Series is technically back, but Mother Nature had other ideas over the weekend. Winter weather at Bowman Gray Stadium has forced NASCAR to delay the Cookout Clash, pushing the preseason exhibition from the weekend to Wednesday night, with the main event now set for 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. Snow blanketed the historic quarter-mile track, turning what was already one of NASCAR's most unpredictable events into even more of a wild card. Despite the delay, anticipation hasn't cooled off. Drivers like Christopher Bell say the offseason always feels longer than it actually is, and that pent up energy now gets released in a format that's been completely reshaped because of the schedule crunch. NASCAR scrapped the 4 heat races, making qualifying far more important in previous years. Frank, I'm sure you can help explain that a little bit more.
Yeah. So again, as we had mentioned in last week's update, there was supposed to be 2 days of this. It was supposed to be qualifying in the heat races on Saturday, setting up for the last chance qualifier and the race on Sunday. I believe it was Friday that they announced that the race was going to be postponed to Monday. Sunday afternoon, I believe they announced that it was going to be postponed to Wednesday. Uh, we've seen We've seen drivers out at the stadium at Bowman Gray Stadium. I believe John Hunter Nemechek and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. were out there actually shoveling snow out of the grandstands, shoveling the snow and ice out of the grandstands to try to help the track crew get the track prepared. Now the track is so far, as what we know, dry and ready to go. Goodyear is bringing the rain tires there, so just in case it does rain, because there is a chance that there is going to be rain, possibly snow, so they won't just cancel it, but they're really trying to get it done during the middle of the week, so it's not butting up against the Super Bowl with it being as close as it is already. So now practice will be today, as you're hearing this on the show. Tomorrow, if you're on YouTube, will be Wednesday afternoon. The top 20 drivers will lock themselves into the main event. There will be 2 more spots available in the 75 lap last chance qualifier. So the top half make it in. The top 2 from the LCQ make it to the final race, and then the race at 6 o'clock on Fox on Wednesday night.
Not a lot of margin for error
No,
then if you want to be able to qualify.
absolutely not, especially on a track as tight and as tiny and as narrow as Bowman Gray Stadium is.
So this is leading into what is going to be coming up after the Super Bowl, which will be on Sunday's Daytona, and obviously they don't want to be around. I from some of the conversations that I've had with other NASCAR fans, it doesn't sound like a lot of the NASCAR people want to stay in Daytona for a long period of time like they used to, because they got to get back to the West Coast. Starts really the deal. So that's a long trip from Daytona over to the West Coast. We go Phoenix and Vegas out here on the West Coast, but in formerly Fontana, when we used to have a track up in California in Fontana. But, with them getting closer and closer to Daytona, they can't really afford to have any other weather problems coming up on Wednesday.
No, they really can't. And again, it's the Super Bowl then, and then qualifying for the Daytona 500 usually is Super Bowl Sunday or the Saturday before during the day. And then you have the dual races on Thursday, truck race Friday night, O'Reilly series on Saturday, and then the Cup series on Sunday. So it really is, it's a full week long event down at Daytona, getting ready for the 500, getting ready for the start of the year. And then it's a quick trip up north to Hampton, Georgia, to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'll never call it Echo Park. And then, yeah, it is. It's a long West Coast swing as the winter months wrap up.
In terms of this format, because we have a little bit of time, do you like the format change that they have to do? It's not like anybody really has a choice, but it's not really about who spent the offseason optimizing simulations. It's about who can adapt in real time, manage tire wear, and keep their nose clean on a tight quarter-mile track. I mean, this honestly plays into who can adjust the fastest and who can be on their feet quicker in a NASCAR race.
Yeah, who could adjust the fastest as well. You also have a new engine package this year for NASCAR. There's more horsepower in these things this year, so they're going to be even quicker around this tight, narrow little, what effectively turns into a running track. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with this. I understand it's good for television. It's fun for television to make it a 2-day event, but as far as the way this is set up for Wednesday, I think it's as perfect as it could get.
Well, they're not cooperating with NASCAR to get the season started, but it should have a lot better weather in Daytona in a couple of weeks. We look forward to talking about that next week